Welcome and good afternoon to Life Matters right here on Jericho TV. My name is Khadi Ksedi. We are streaming live on all our social media platforms at Jericho Media TV. Please follow, like, hit the notification button, subscribe so that anytime we go live on our various media platforms or upload the content, you get to enjoy that as well. This show is Life Matters. We say that life matters, and so live it well. It is right here in this house that will give you hope and meaning to your life. I'm looking beautiful with Glit by Dicta. Glit by Dicta can be found on all social media platforms at Glit by Dicta. Today on our lifestyle fashion segment and of course the health segment, we are bringing you an education on the benefit of nutritional supplements, and I've been joined here in the studio with Dr. Emmanuel Jan, and he is a medical doctor and of course the right person to speak with anytime it comes to nutrition, and he is also a nutritional expert, and I'm glad to have him. I believe that we're going to learn a lot today. Hello, Doc.
Hi.
Afishiapa. I know your tree is no good, so try and mix for me.
Okay.
So we are looking at nutritional supplements.
All right.
And right here on my table, I can see some examples of these supplements.
Okay.
We will come to that. I know we're going to do some demonstration and all that to let our viewers know the importance of nutritional supplements, and not just any other nutritional supplement, but having the supplement and the right supplement from the right company.
Yes.
So let me quickly ask, for the sake of my viewers who don't know what nutritional supplement is all about, please let us know what it is, and then let us even know why is it important to even have a supplement in addition to all that we are eating already.
All right. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Let me give thanks to all your viewers for this afternoon. And please, when you're talking about nutritional supplements, it means a lot.
Okay.
All right. So in Ghana here, we have a lot of things that we eat. We have a lot of food that we eat. But when it comes to supplement, for instance, we have so many types of supplements that people don't know. We have the one like the plant herbs supplement, and then we have the dairy supplement. And what makes it important for us is, supplements are good for our bodies, right? So when we eat food, we expect to get something that will help our cells to build as a nutrient that will help our cells to build up for us to be able to resist sickness and all those things. So when I'm talking about supplement itself, supplement is just a product that has been designed, that's to replace or that given to somebody that can replace a missing diet that a person must eat. Maybe sometimes you eat food, probably you're supposed to get something like calcium, iron, calcium, iron, and vitamin D. It helps in bones, strengthen, and also bones loss and all those things. So all those things are supplements that need in the food that we are eating. And because now agriculture, we use a lot of these chemicals and all those things, so we end up destroying those kind of supplements. That's why we have this correct supplement from a correct company that has been tested by Food and Drug Board, and then we give it to people that can be replaced those missed nutrients that's supposed to get from food.
And Doctor, what part says supplement and nutritional supplements, they say eduane ma ana ahoden a yenya fi eduane mu no,
yes,
a nutrients no,
yes,
and no na yede afa infidie mu,
yes, na
yaye bi liquid, yaye bi tablets, yaye bi capsules, powder,
yes,
ye faka ye
biano. Now I will place maybe a biano no once nyankopon aboard biano senka ye dia ye decide na enya some yes, I'm on and some minerals bi won na nka o say mboa ye immune system and your cells bia ma etimi koba etimi resist yare ni da na manama no e bi won na obedi aduan all right we di was certified but unya sa nutrient no enfrim what you say anti say unya sa we num na etimi replace those things na etimi aboa honam na nkasa every yare bebre ho
ma yen hwe obi o yare pa a onu do ntumi ndidi sanka aduane na obedi no enu mu na obenya hoden efri
exactly, but
se nipa na ntumi ndidi kra. In that case, in anything.
Okay, that's why we have so many types. We have the caps, we have the powder that can mix with water. And if you cannot eat, we just try to get something like liquid form. Okay, when the liquid form heat goes into the system, it will be able to replace all those nutrients that's supposed to eat and chew food, or maybe food that is chewable, and then food that cannot be swallowed, right? So the water form, at least somebody who cannot eat can first and just drink the water from into the stomach, and then it will help and it will replace a lot of those things for the person.
Speaking with nutritional supplements, you kept mentioning in Niama yenye free eduania yedimu and hoarding yenye free eduania yedimu. So it means we are basically trying to talk around diet.
Yes. Not really diet.
Okay.
Plant abstracts. We also have something that we get from like plant.
Okay.
Okay. But here, for instance, we are not going more into plant because plant is also on its own.
Okay.
We are dealing with food supplements. That's a food supplement.
Yes.
A strap like fruit and vegetables and all those things that we use to design this supplement that we are going to talk about it right now.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So now, go on if you have something.
So you see, for instance, human being, we need nutrients in our diet, right? And when you eat something, you eat food, okay, it's going to take a lot of process to be able to get the nutrients into the system to work, like through digestion, and then digestion, absorption take place and all those things. So most of the time people eat, they feel that they eat the right diet, but only they don't get the benefit of the nutrient that they need in the system. This is because sometimes maybe you have a problem with your digestion system. Okay. Right, which you can eat the balanced diet, all right. You can eat all the digestion process that you have to process. Yes, you know, after digestion, the food have to go through your small intestines, where the absorption will take place, and then it goes to the bloodstreams and function as what nutrient and then blood. Okay, when we're talking about blood itself, blood is not the red that you are seeing. The red that you are seeing is just a blood, it's just a pigment. A blood pigment, that's the red blood cells, right? It adds color to the blood, but the blood itself is a nutrient.
Okay.
Yes, blood is a nutrient. Okay. So even if you're anemic and you go to hospital and then a doctor see that you're anemic and then a doctor prescribe for you to go and take a blood tonic and all these things, that same doctor have to tell you that you have to go eat well and eat balance. Because the blood tonic doesn't really give blood. Okay. But rather the blood tonic help to build more red blood cells to be able to enhance the movement of exactly.
To fill the blood.
Exactly. So, for instance, if you go to hospital and do that, you have to eat balanced diet. That you'll be able to get this nutrient to place blood in your bloodstreams for you. Other than that, you end up having nothing. Still.
Doc, at what point or at what point can we say this diet is a balanced diet? It's a balanced diet.
Okay, balanced diet is simply a diet that contains all the 6. You know, when we are in class, primary business school, we have this 6 group of food that we eat balanced. Yes, exactly. Protein. So when we are talking about balanced diet simply means that you have all these nutrients in a particular portion of food that you are eating for just a day. Into me bowl of fufu, no? A bowl of fufu should contain at least all this. At least. Okay. We assume that should have protein in there. Protein in there. The fufu itself is the carbo. Then the fish is the protein. Then vegetables na me like soup. Exactly, like the pepper, like the ginger. Then there is water. Some is still fry. Yes. And you know, the pepper will serve as a vitamin, for instance. Okay. And then the water also, you know, for the water, body need water. In fact, our body takes almost like 78% of water. Yes. So water is very vital in our system. Okay. So taking that, I mean, the fufu itself, as I said, is carbo, and then the fish, you have a fish or meat, any kind of meat that we are going to use in that process. It also serves as a protein. You know, protein is for building bodies. And when we age up to some age limit, we have to limit the protein intake. Because protein, metabolism. Protein is not good. Protein have a side effect for ages. Especially with the kidney. Yes. That is what I'm saying. So, as protein for kids who are now growing up, you need to build up muscles and all those things. So, you need protein in that aspect. But when you age them to some level, you have to limit the protein intake. Because one causes of kidney stress is protein. Right? So, when we are balancing your diet as your age, related to your food that you are eating, make sure that the protein should not be much so that you don't end up putting more stress on your kidneys and as well as your vital organs in the system. Doc, can I take nutritional supplement whilst on any other form of medication? Because so say na church say ya say nutritional supplement okay nnuane na hodin a e wo say yenye fi nnuane a yedim. Exactly. Eno na ye dia fan fidie mu na ye di be ayeye na ye hu wo ye table so. Number 2, yeduane na ye di no say e bia na me digestion slower at the end of the day no. Me didi all right there. And so ahode a wo say me nya fi aduane mu ntumi nya den. Enya ntimi di we no eka ho a na aboa ni peduane ma netumi aye den. Enya the right amount of ahode na wo say onya ni hina na wetumi aye den aye ne djuma yi. Na say yemfa ne say me de duro bi so dada. Me de bia na me wo ulcer. Me da bibidro so ana obi ka that or diabetic. Or now or high blood pressure. Into or de dro so dada.
obetumi this supplement we maka ni nuro na chronic disease na e won ho ni nuro na onom no and so ana.
Okay. So Pacho, we need the met mama two answers and I will explain them.
Okay.
You know, we do a lot of mistakes in our lives. When you are on medicine, okay, and you want to add supplement, now this is what you have to do. You have to at least give intervals. Okay. Like a minimum of 3 hours or 2 hours.
Okay.
You know, Ghana here, if you give a patient that should take 2 hours, the person will estimate 4 hours.
Yes.
So we assume that at least 2 hours in taking medicine, because medicine need to function on its own.
Okay.
And supplement also does its own, functions, right? It is good for somebody who is chronically down on medicine to use supplement. Okay. But the distance in between the medicine and then the supplement taken should be very key. So, Doc, right?
let's go to this one. I know you want to do some demonstration.
Yes.
So, please let's look at what we have here. So, our time, so that our viewers will at least know about these examples of supplement, the best one. And then finally we'll put the numbers through and see what do we have on the table, and then
okay, so we're talking about,
I'm saying J Vita soft gel.
Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about this. This is a Khadi tea. We're talking about digestion here. I just spoke about digestion.
Yeah.
Now you know type 2 diabetes is our lifestyle.
Yeah.
That can give us type 2 diabetes. Now Ghana here, the stress is too much. Sometimes you go home, you go to work in the morning, you have to go through traffic to get to the house. You get to the house, the time you are late, and you still need to eat something, right? Exactly. And you know, digestion you are supposed to be awake. Okay. To complete digestion before you sleep.
Okay.
So, and as you are aging up, your organs, your hormones and your organs also are weakening up. Yeah. So digestion process becomes very low when you are aging up. So for you to get rid of it, or for you to get digestion to complete on time, you need something to guide you. Okay. And this is a Khadi tea that when you get it, you close from your work, you get to the house, in respect of the time that you get home, you can eat any type of food. After eating, you just boil this, you take this water. Yes, it's just organic.
Like the magic.
You boil it with the hot water and then you drink it. Okay. Okay, when you take it, within a maximum of 1 hour, you get digestion complete.
So this is for everybody?
Everybody.
Everybody, because Ghana high didn't temp.
Yes.
Let's move to
this is everybody. And then also it restricts cholesterol too, because it contains this fiber, which is not friendly to cholesterol. Okay. So if you want to escape cholesterol, this is the best for you. And then also high blood pressure. Okay. 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 So these are Khadi tea. And then we have here peptide. I talk about this protein stuff. Okay. This is a liquid form, as earlier you said about this. When somebody is chronically sick, cannot take food and all this thing. This is a peptide, which is a protein-based amino acid, which is replacing every lost nutrient that the person is missing.
Normally, if the person is very sick, we'll put it through the infusion.
Yes. Yeah. So if this is just a powder that you put it in a warm water and then the person will drink it. If the water enter into the system, it's going to inject within 3 seconds, it's going to inject energy into the cells. And the person will come back to whatever,
you begin to see activeness.
Exactly. So this is also a peptide which does that job. And then also it is peptide that can also bond some cells together. Okay. When your cells is depleting, that's where cancer cells can also get in. Right. So this peptide, when you take it, to be able to bond all the cells together and to prevent all cells from growing. So if somebody have had breast cancer, the person have gone through surgery and has done chemo and all that, this is still take. Yes, but this one will restrict the cancer cell from spreading. We have a cancerous, and we have a cancer. The cancerous is the one that is very deadly. It spread very fast. Okay. So this one will be able to camp all the cancer cells together so that it will prevent it from spreading
to other parts of the body. Okay. Great.
So this is peptide for us. And then this is GI soft gel, which is American product. Okay. It's good for diabetes. But this product is good for regenerating cells of tissues, right? So people with stomach ulcer, any kinds of stomach disorders, this product will be able to have. Medically we don't have medicine that can cure stomach ulcer, right? So when you have a stomach ulcer, you go to hospital, they only recommend like antacid for you to reduce the acid being produced in the system. So this product, when you get this product, with the help of this product, you get rid of the ulcer permanent in the system. These are the products.
In fact, we will have to do this again. Because of our time, you want to do a demonstration, so quickly let's do the demonstration. We'll break here and then we'll continue another time.
All right.
It's very important.
Okay, so I just want to do a little demonstration about how we need to use alkaline water.
Okay.
In fact, our waters that we are taking, one time is when you are suffering from these cancer cells, when your body becomes too acidic, you permit a lot of sickness into the system. But when you balance your acidic stage and then you have alkaline base, you'll be able to escape from all this, you know, sickness that we name off. So these are a cap that designed from alkaline that can convert acidic water into alkaline water within a few minutes.
So this is just a cap
just
to ensure that whatever water you are taking
nothing is
healthy.
Yes, it is healthy. So this is one of the best mineral water that we've taken the label off of security reason. I'm going to pour this. This is a sealed one. It's a new water. So I'm pouring some here, small in the cup. All right.
Okay.
And then direct from the bottle to this place.
Okay.
Okay. Please. So this is from the bottle.
Yes.
And then
this one you are putting it in
the cup, and then I put it here.
Okay.
All right. Now, when you go to pharmaceutical, we use sample that we use to test for all kinds of, you know, acidic and then alkalinity. So I'm going to drop this in any of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. And can be sense when Fabica and do any level. No. Okay. It's like this one is changing. No?
Yeah. Oh, change.
Doc, what do you seek to teach us from this demonstration you are doing?
I'm teaching that the water that we are drinking,
your normal bottled water,
it is acidic, mild acidic, which is not good for our system. Right?
Doc.
The water that you are taking, when your system becomes too acidic, you find of attracting any kinds of disease at any point in time. But when you balance your acidity and your body become alkaline, it will be very difficult for virus or any sickness to survive in the system. And this is what I'm showing. So we just open the water and then we put it in the cup. And then we demonstrate on the cup and then we put this water straight to the bottle and then we use, and this is the colors indication. So you see that the one in the blue stuff, it is alkaline. And the one in the green, it is acidic. So this is a typical example to show that when you get this cup, within the shortest, you can just convert your water from acidic stage into alkaline stage, and then you take it. So this cup is good for every home. Just get it in your dining table.
Children's school and all that.
And when your cells start soaking in too much acidic, your aging is also at hands. Because cells, you know, when the body becomes acidic stage, it ends up draining water from the cells, and then you start shrinking up. You start
Doc, we are going to do this again. Definitely. Doc, your number. With the chia coin number, you be from a debia ye would apomudin where we will get this product from you, right?
Yes.
You have a business.
I have a clinic at Tesano opposite Baptist. We are using only organic in treating people. We don't add any chemical.
Doc, for our number need to so my number and then the direction.
My number is 020 100 7286.
Again.
1020 100 7286.
My
location is at Tesano opposite Baptist.
Tesano Tesano police station.
Yes. Opposite Baptist.
The Baptist.
Yes.
So at least if the person gets to the Tesano police station,
call. When you come there, what kind of disease that you have, with the help of this organic thing, we'll get rid of it for you.
With the help of this organic products, we would help you. Yes, it's very important that nutrition supplement comes to help build our body. I'll go for a short break. When we come back, remember, we are not done yet. We have our discussion segment where we are going to talk about influence, and we're going to share with you life experiences as to where bad influences can end us. Please don't go anywhere. I will be back. Afei and I will do with feeding atoa me mawo akwaba ediba life matters so na life matters ye dwumedie bia ye ka bibia efa abrabo ho efie ha ye besua niama bebre na boa na 2024 yi wabra to me akɔ n'anim pa na ma menkae wo nso sɛ wo ye adwumakuo bi na wo pɛ wo ne ye eye adwuma ye se ye bie ye ntaban mu bra na bɛka ye ho na ye mbom na ye nye adwuma se na ɛbɛya ye bɛbɔ adwuma no ho de rodi ama na etumi etum pon se ne wo se ɛkɔ no afi 2024 yi na ye main segment we ye bedidi nkomo pa ene ye bɛte ya sumu nsɛm na ye kasa afa influence ho afufufra ya sha ase no se wonya influencer eya ebeboa wo wonya ne enye soso a ebia na wutimu po ene wo hyehyɛ ya na wo hwehwɛ se wonsa betumi aka wa afi no mu no wonsa entumi enka ema no enye yie na me wo guests ewa ha ene ombeba beboa ye na ya twetwe ye enkomo no na medi nkan adame guest a odi nkan edi e di acha oni edi a ojeso Reverend Honorable Emmanuel Amuzu Kwame Amuzu, right? Kweku Amuzu. He is the assemblyman for Papasi Akotoshi electoral area. Akotoshi. There's difference between Papasi, right?
Papasi is one of the communities.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Akotoshi. Is it number 1 or number 2?
Akotoshi number 1, number 2.
Honorable, you are welcome. You are doing well. Last Tuesday, you're on City fighting for the Papase Bridge.
Yes.
I pray that your voice will be heard. Amen. And they will work on the bridge for you.
Amen.
Because that road is a good road. If it is properly done, I believe that it will help a lot of people who are using that street. Yeah. Akwa babium de life matters. So, and you better say young common nutrition na say na metwa me ho kitwe bi na maba. Me ba me guess ba ko kan me da na dina afin so you ready say won so be free me di so me ba sisia religion, culture, education, lifestyle, fashion, health, family, business, death. These are all what's made up of life. Life sometimes can be very confusing. That is why I am coming on Life Matters, a program that seeks to address all life issues, real talk, real discussion. We all have a story to share. Let's talk about it on Life Matters. Every Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m. on Jericho TV. I am Khadi, your host. This is Life Matters right here on Jericho TV. I told you that we are discussing influence, and I have also here in the studio with me Uche Cynthia. For her last name, she mentioned herself. She is the brain behind Speak with Uche. It is a platform that helps young people who have gone through addiction or is going through all sorts of addiction to have hope. The very things you didn't know before. She's here to explain it and let you have it. So this is all Talk by Uche stands for. She'll tell us or throw more light on it for us. So she and Honorable will be doing us the honors this afternoon. Uche, you're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing? You are looking beautiful. Yes, so we are looking at influence. We have started a new year. For me, this is really, really, really personal for me. Because when it comes to influence, if you are not careful and you fall at the wrong side, you may not end the year well. You may end up dying within the course of the year just because of a bad influence. And when we talk about influence, what does it even mean at all?
Okay, so with my experience, I would say that it's something that has the ability to change or affect people's behavior, their character, their thought process. And this kind of influence is not actually a direct one, because it's just word you spoke or you sowed the seed. It's now left for the person. Like, regardless of it depends on how the person perceived what you said before they can now go into action to perform what you have already said. That's why some of the people, they say things, but they don't know how much influence it has on people. So you see people say, you are the one who made me do this. They'll be like, how? You get how? I just said it. I didn't know you would take it up. How?
Yeah.
So that is how influence is. It's a seed that is being sown, but it depends on the one who is being sown, like the seed is being sown to perfect it or take it into action.
Honorable, how does influence affect us? I know we have bad influence, we have good influence. And so I want you to put the two together. How does bad influence affect us? And how does good influence affect us? Please throw light a bit on all these two for us.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Honorable.
Yeah. For a bad influence affect us directly because of you, as my sister has said.
Yeah.
Someone will say something or will do something that you want to emulate or you want to take it and do. But you don't know that at the end of the result, what that will bring on you.
Yeah.
So some people nowadays, let us say it this way, nowadays you hear on TV or on social media, what we normally search, especially the youth, search videos and that things. So the person will go into it, doesn't know that thing will harm the him or her. But the person will start going there, watching it.
By the time you realize, it has become your home.
That is it. I want to mean it won't be. Now I bet now
Hello, I'm here.
You are here.
All right. So on that note, Uche Cynthia, Uche, your last name?
Onora.
Uche Cynthia Onora is a very young. I told you today we're going to listen to a real life experience. She's gone through a kind of an influence from Nigeria when she finished her basics education, and then moved to Ghana for the university at Gempa. And something happened. Please, let's listen to what happened to her. Uche.
You see, this story is brief. I would say yesterday it was a pain.
Okay.
But today is a blessing. It's a purpose. It's a movement. Because I've come to realize what God is doing through it. So that is why we don't even need to murmur or complain when we are going through things we don't understand. Apostle Paul says, there are some things I do. I don't like them, but I find myself doing it. So those issues you find yourself doing that you can't explain why you can't stop, even though you don't like it. This can only be something that might be attached to purpose. If you don't take care, you might lose it. So when I came, I met my sister's friend in the house.
Okay.
Of course, where I'm coming from is a Christian background, Catholic. Strictly, we don't do that.
Okay.
And in my generation then, you hardly find a lady smoking. So I didn't find that pleasant. But you see, this lady came and said, oh, Uche, if you want to slim down, because I really admired her shape. She was slim, fair, and she was bubbling. She's a mother, and then she's slim. I'm like, wow, you are really looking beautiful. She now said, okay, come and see what I do to keep fit. So she showed me that she normally smokes in the morning, and then she showed me, so she took 2 sticks from the full pack, and she left for gym. And I don't mind, they say, the devil's workshop. So I went in, I took all. Can you imagine my first time of smoking? I took all the sticks. I was like, what are they doing? Before I know, it became like it's fun. Like, I didn't know that there was something attached to it. I didn't know that there is something that was already predestined for me in it.
Uche, basically what you wanted initially was that you wanted to lose weight.
I did not.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, because when she left, I was idle. But I really liked how she looked, right? And again, I would say that when I was growing up, I didn't have much attention. I'm coming from a very loving family, but in my family, I'm the least. Because always they say, oh, you are not the most, I'm not the beautiful one in the house.
So their words had an influence on you from
Khadi. But the thing is that it didn't change my approach to my family. But in some way, I know that there is something that is missing.
It's because you didn't have freedom. The reason it didn't change is because there was no freedom for you. But when you began to move away from your family and freedom began to set in, those words has now come back into the memory. And probably that is what had led you into meeting this beautiful shape mother woman who is teaching you
beautiful woman.
Okay.
Beautiful. But I think, like you said, the first revelation I got from God is the power of words.
Okay.
Words are very powerful. If there is anything anyone should be careful about, is words. Words can do, it can create. Is it not words that created us, that created this world?
Yeah.
So the way it can create something beautiful is the way it can create something that can destroy. So words are beautiful. Parents, I always advise, if you have not even asked God for the purpose to which He gave you these children, when you are beating them, don't curse them, because the enemy can use your curse to sow a seed in their life. So the child will be like, mommy knows me more than I know myself. So if mommy said I'm stupid, that means I'll grow up being stupid. So if mommy said I'm a failure, I'll grow up being a failure. I don't want to cry.
Don't cry. Because I want to hear the story. So I just took you off a bit. Let's boil back to when she picked the 2 sticks out of the cigarette, right? And left for Jim, and said what to you? Try it.
She didn't say anything. She just showed me. Said this. You see, when she goes there, she will have to stay in the toilet, like in the washroom, and she will be free. She said that's how she releases herself before she now goes to the gym. So when she left, I was alone with the nanny in the house. So I have to take this. I just said, let me try and see how it is. So I took all the pack. I took all the pack. Then, fortunately and unfortunately, the woman we share fence with, she sells cigarettes. So I needed to go and buy from her. And then I bought the full pack and took the extra too, so that the woman will not recognize that someone has gone there to take her smoke. Because if she finds out, my sister will definitely know.
No.
So after a week, this lady left the house. From that day till now, I've not seen her. We've not seen that lady till today.
Wow.
Till today, I smoked for 4 good years.
The whole of your period in Gimpa?
In Gimpa, I smoked. And it cost me loss of memory. I'm a very bright student. But it cost me loss of memory. I read and I forget. It takes me a longer time to retain what I'm being taught.
Wow.
A lot of things was going on, and it wasn't a pleasant one for me.
Wow.
It wasn't.
Uche, hold it in there for me. Actually, for and then you can't influence on us. Fache your sister we in the and your tree, and she's sharing her experience. A quiet fast wa or no mundroboni. Na in Niama etoto no a quiet beji a quiet or fast wa or tumikwa jaye. Na afi honorable so de na drink tray edia. Baba mami kai will say yeah WhatsApp line e wo ho and then you be phone lines so. Your WhatsApp line e wo ho enti say na enkomotwetwe na ekoso na no 0549 673 449 0549 673 449 eni die ma wo de WhatsApp message ni ba e ya bomode na fa wudin any baby a message ni free no fa ka ho se na be ya ye betumi aka ne kama e de ama your phone lines ni 0245 792212 0245792212 and then 0245792280 na eno nso so betumi afrɛ na wo de wadwenkyerɛ de aba enti sa so a WhatsApp number no pacho fa wo mo aye ni fa WhatsApp no so na mekan e de ama 0549 673 449 yes Uche so you indulge in smoking.
Yeah.
You smoked for like 4 years.
I smoked for like 4 years. I started with cigarettes. So when I was almost finishing, I went back to Nigeria and my mom saw me.
Okay.
She actually caught me.
Okay.
And that was what broke me to ask God, is this why I came to? Because my mom actually started crying. She was like, my small girl too that I sent to Ghana, you are spoiled. Then it was my elderly brother who came and said to my mom, Uchenna has not changed. It's just the thing that she doesn't go out, she's always indoors. This is just what is attached to her. When it is time, that thing will leave her. So that was what made my mom to calm down. But I was like, I won't come back home again. I was telling God that if this is it, I won't come home. Because my mom does not deserve it.
Okay.
But she's late now.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
She's late.
Sorry.
So my mom was what made me change.
Okay. Is it during after she's passed on?
No, before.
Okay. How did the recovery came about? How did you finally broke off? I know you did cigarette. What else did you smoke?
I smoked weed.
Weed? What else?
You
You didn't do crack.
No, I didn't.
You didn't break wall. You didn't jump wall. So the cigarette and the weed.
Yes.
All right. How did you finally, boom, got disconnected from smoking?
So by the grace of God, I met my pastor.
Okay.
Someone introduced me to my pastor through power of words,
Okay.
negative words, but it brought me to a positive thing.
Okay.
So I met my pastor and I stayed. And a week after meeting them, I went to the church. I'm Catholic. It's my first time of going to any Presbyterian church.
Okay.
So when I went, a week just attended the church, asked me to live with them.
Okay. So you ended up in the pastor's house. Okay.
So I lived with them for 5 years. So they broke my routine.
Okay.
I started going for evangelism. They introduced me to a new pattern of living.
Okay.
They helped me breaking my pattern. Because every morning I have to smoke. If I wake up 3 times in the night, then in school I have to smoke 3 times before I sleep.
Wow.
So they broke that pattern. They brought me in as a daughter. They don't have any daughter. They have only 3 sons.
Okay.
So I became a daughter to them. And I felt very free in their presence, like they are my parents.
Okay.
So I got introduced to a new way of living that but anytime I leave the comfort of their home to Nigeria, I book a hotel to smoke there before I go and meet my mom, because I know I'll spend maybe a week with my mom. So I will have to smoke everything. And the people that will provide the weed, they're always available. They are always available to buy the weed for me, cigarettes for me. And I do 2 hand.
Hey, we one here is together. Wow.
I don't know what people smoke and they get high. I smoke, I don't get high. I don't get to misbehave.
Okay.
It's just a habit. It's just a lifestyle that can't leave me.
Okay.
And even at that, you still see people coming to say, "Can you pray for me?" I say, "What do you mean? I don't get anything to pray for you. I'm a smoker. I know. Why do you say I should pray for you?" He said, "No, I just feel like you should pray for me." I'm like, I don't have anything to give you. So already I have concluded on myself.
Yeah.
But like I said, I thank God for my pastor. So 2020, during COVID, I left my pastor's house to my place now. And then I was working with this TV station, and COVID came, and my program was one of those that was pushed out, yes, because of the COVID. And then I went back to smoking again.
Oh, you were in the pastor's house, recovery is just coming. Now you want to be independent, you got your own place. And then when you left pastor's house?
I started smoking again after that job. Because I was disappointed.
Okay.
Because always I felt like I have nothing to offer.
Okay.
I don't have anything good to give to anyone. That is what I'm growing up. Anywhere I go, there is nothing good coming out of me. Anywhere I go, there is issue, there is problem, there must be an issue. You see, even if I go to a company, it will close down. So I felt I was the reason why my program was closed down. So I felt disappointed in myself. Then I met an old friend. He said, "Uche, remember what you went through? If you go," I said, "No. God no go allow me to go through. I don't do evangelism. I have preached. Is it one stick that God will not allow me to take?" So I didn't know that I was abusing the grace of God. I didn't know that those periods that God allowed me was His grace that was shielding me. Now I took His grace for granted. He had to turn His back to let me understand. And in that period, my pastors didn't do anything. So sometimes when you want people to help you, it's not as if they can, but God has taken away their ability, so that you will know the work that He put into delivering you. So when you put in the work, you will take a conscious effort to remain saved. Because every time you fall into fire, people are always delivering you. You will think people will always be there to deliver you. But when they are not there, you will fight to get out of that pit. That was what God did for me. So around that faithful night, I was having 2 sticks remaining. The same 2 sticks that I had to put back. I had 2 sticks remaining that night. So I said, "God, I'm tired." And I was hooked with this lady, Sarah Jakes. I was always watching her clips. I refused to run away from church. I was still going back to church. I was still doing what I was doing. I was still doing my Sunday school, doing everything. I refused because I said, "God, I'm so sorry for blaming you. I'm so sorry for putting this blame on you." And then I took the blame on myself. I put it on myself and I said, "God, if really you are in this with me, because the reason why you delivered me in 2015 was because you knew that I would get into here today. So it means that when I get into here, I have someone to call to deliver me. So I focused on God. I said, God, even though I'm still smoking, anybody I meet in the taxi, like boat driver, can you imagine the boat driver will take me 50 cedis to go and buy weed of 20 cedi?
Oh, hold it there for me. Pacho, we have opened the phone lines. It's 0245 792 215, and you can call and then put your opinions and view concerning the discussion right here on the show. Uche, please go on.
Okay, so when I was doing that, I said, God, this is what I'm going to be doing. I was living my last life. I was living my last days.
Okay. Because
I was saying that it means that if it took God 4 years to deliver me, it means that He will never come back for me again.
Uche, let me put the phone lines again on 0245 792 280. 0245 792 280. Okay, please go on.
All right. So I started doing it. I said, God, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to live my last days. I'm going to do everything that I would love to do, or what I want to be remembered for. So I started, if you do something to me, I won't mind you. I'll forgive. You see me going out to help people. This is what I want to do. I want to love people. I want to laugh with people. I was living like it was my last day. So I remembered one night, I went to buy my way. And when I was coming back, because I told God that any driver I would take, boat driver, I will preach to the person.
So you ordered the boat to go and buy the
way.
But when you are coming, then the preaching starts.
Yes, I have
so when you get to the house,
when I'm going, I preach. When I'm coming, I preach.
Then when you come home, then you seal the preaching with the smoke.
So do you know, when I was one of the days, I didn't talk to the driver. I was just like, I'm fed up. Then the driver looked at the mirror. He was like, you said you will preach to me anytime you enter the boat ride. You have a word for me? Preach to me. I said, what do you mean? Do I know you from anywhere? Because I ordered different boat drivers.
Okay.
So I don't understand what you said. He said, you mentioned in your room that you are going to preach.
From the boat driver?
From the boat driver. He said, preach to me, evangelist. You have something to say. I said, God, now you be this. I started preaching. Then I got to, he stopped me, and he didn't even take my money. He stopped me and he said, continue with what you are doing. At the appointed time, you understand why you had to go through the phase.
Wow.
And he left me. That was the night I went inside my room. I said, I have 2 sticks left. I've smoked, I smoked. So, I told you that anytime I wake up.
Yes.
And that thing, the Bible said that if He delivers you and you go back.
Oh, battalions.
That thing is true. The 1 year I smoked is more than the 4 years. It's true. That thing is true. Let me continue. God, fear Him. So I went, after smoking that one, it was really only 2 sticks, but more white. So I said, God, I'm tired. If you are tired, if I am tired, I don't know about you, but I'm tired. If you can't save me, let me don't wake up. I don't want to wake up the next day, please. And that was the day that I had a vision, a clear vision. It was as if it was happening in my room. Because I woke up, I was able to remember everything. Even till now, it's still fresh in my memory. And then the first word that was said to me, I heard a voice. I saw the feet, but I didn't see the top.
Yeah.
But I heard a voice. The voice was like somebody who has sent you on an errand and is calling you to your mother calling you. Uche, where have you been now? I sent you on an errand. What have you? What did I ask you to buy? Yeah. So that voice was very familiar to me. I recognized the voice because I know I fell on the floor. Yeah. It was asking me, why do you keep wasting my efforts? 3 times. Uche, why do you keep wasting my efforts? 3 times he mentioned that, and I fell on the phone. I started telling him that I thought you were never with me, even as a child.
Yeah.
He now took me back to my childhood. Something I have forgotten totally. My brother did something, my immediate elder brother did something, my mom chased him away. But my mom didn't expect him to go to anybody's house. My mom expected him to stay around. So my mom is like that, very tough. But my brother went to my cousin's house. So early in the morning he came back. My mother said, where did you go to? I went to my cousin, get out, go to that place and sleep. So I'm always close to my mom to watch her attitude, to watch the way she does her things and what makes her angry, what makes her happy. So at a tender age, I'm very observant. So I recognized that my mom wanted my brother to be close because she knows that definitely she will ask him to come in. So it was my turn. I did something bad. She beat me, and then I went to sleep outside. I didn't want to go to anybody's house. I know everybody's house to go to, but I refused to go. So I slept.
So there was the reflection of that incident in the vision.
Yes. So it was reminding me of everything that happened. So he said that then around 12, my mom came to wake me up and then took me inside. Before my mom asked me to come inside, she gave me a big knuckle for head, so that I know that what I do no good.
Yeah.
So when I got in, the man now said, if an unfaithful woman like your mom could wake up so early, couldn't sleep,
and bring you
and
back,
bring me back, how much more him that created me, who told me that he has not been with me?
And that was the
and that
miracle.
was the deal breaker for me, because he was not saying it as a man who is proud. I heard his voice like a man who was crying, and it dawned on me that heaven shed tears too. God shed tears. God has emotions. And then the second part was, I said, I'm so sorry I returned back to smoking again after being so good to me. It's because I lost the job. I thought I disappointed you. I thought I don't have anything good to offer. That's why I went back. And I didn't know it would be bad like that. He now told me that he didn't bring me on that platform to dwell. He actually brought me there to be trained, for me to even see that I have what it takes to speak. Do you know that I can stammer? I stammer. Do you know that? You could never know, because God has walked me through process. That TV station saved me a lot. At some point, I lost my voice on TV. And I thought that everything about me is just going wrong. I didn't know that God was working me through process. So where I thought that I was disappointed, it's not where God's appointment is. Do you get? So when I recognized, I said, I'm so sorry. Immediately I saw a woman. The man said, this is the reflection of the addiction.
Yeah.
This is the woman. The person is the addiction, is a being.
Yeah.
So we were summoned for judgment.
Wow.
So what released me was because I said I am sorry. But the person said it is her position to dwell in my father's house.
Oh.
So it is their right to be in my father's house.
Would you hold it on for me? In fact, my time is up.
Really?
It's up. But let me end on the note that it is her position from your father's house. Reverend, are you in relation with this?
Yes. Yes. One thing is that we have to give thanks to God.
Yes.
Because it's not all people that will go through that stages and then come back. No. So what I would say to my sister is that may she be focused.
Yeah.
Because God is going to use her to deliver a lot of people that are in that situation.
Yeah.
Yes. Our time is up.
Yes.
If not,
so let's look at the way forward.
Yeah.
The way forward. How do we prevent bad influences, especially after the year is very young?
Yeah.
So how do we be on guard? And finally, we will close the program for
Thank you so much. Mommy, first of all, God should bless you.
Amen.
Because you are bringing this program so that those who are watching, they too, they will know how to do.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I will say is that now the year is young.
Yes.
One thing is that influence is something, it's a power.
Okay.
Influence is a power. As my sister has already said, that before she only saw someone smoking and then she went and tried. That is all. That is why we have to do a good things so that people will emulate it in a society.
Okay.
As we are now talking, I know a lot of people are watching it.
Yes.
So we should be very careful, especially with our children.
Okay.
Because you just leave them, you don't know who else the person will be, or the school that they have been attending.
Yes.
You don't know who is there and then influence upon their life.
Yeah.
So what we are now have to do, especially the churches, the churches,
We have
now
a lot of work.
we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. Now we have to go back on our teachings.
Okay.
Not all about miracle,
Okay.
but we should go back on our teachings.
Yeah.
So that we will teach our children good examples, what they should do.
Yes.
It's not all about miracle. If we know the Bible well, and then we are following the teachings of the apostles, the faith and everything, I think the miracle will follow.
Yes.
So from now, we the Christians have to do good things in our society so that our children will emulate
Uche,
it.
you have had experience.
Yeah.
Somebody's own was sex.
Yeah.
Somebody's own was just an uncle or somebody living with abusing the person, or a father abusing the child, and then boom, something takes over. What will be your final word for a young person who is entering the university, a young mother, the youth coming up, and everybody, and especially my viewers, on influence and how to be on guard? Your final word.
All right, there is something that God made me aware of. The last word he said, my mercy will go ahead of you. Live a disciplined life.
Okay.
So what he was telling me is that I can't be disciplined by myself, but his mercy will make it easy for me.
Okay.
So we have to, like he said, we have to get out of the place of always expecting miracles and start asking for teaching. Father, teach me how to be obedient. He said, children, be obedient to your parents. You can go back to God. I don't know how to be obedient to my mother, my father. Can you teach me how you want me to be obedient? He said, women, be submissive. You ask God, how do you need me to be submissive to this man? He said, men, honor your wife. He said, God, how do you need me to honor? Teach me. When I do Sunday school, I tell the children, learn to tell God to teach you. Teach you how to be obedient. Teach you how to be faithful. Because what is faithful to you is not faithful to him. What was a disappointment to me, God said, is not a disappointment to him.
Yes.
So we have to go back. And then the last one is, when you get hooked with God, have a relationship with God so that he can begin to reveal you to you. He said, greater is he that is in you. That means he planted you in you. He planted him in you. So you have to ask him to activate the he that is in you.
Yes.
Because
to make you
it's
complete.
To fortify you for the world.
Yes.
So it is God planted in himself in everyone. So you must stop asking him for external things and start telling him, Father, activate the you that you have planted in me, so that I can manifest you in the world. So that anywhere I go, people will see you and not me. Because what God is asking our families to do is not the era for only one person to stand the guard. Women must stand the guard. Men must wake up to hold the ground as well. The children also must be aware of the environment. That means if the arrow misses daddy, it will not miss mommy. If it misses mommy, it will miss dad. If it misses mommy and daddy, it will miss the children. So everybody in this generation, in this era, must stand guard. So I am saying that, first of all, have a mind of your own. We are getting to the point in time in the world where you will be told what to do, but having a knowledge of who you are in Christ will definitely help you to overcome every challenge. Don't be too desperate. Allow God to take you through the process of life. Allow him to tell you the reason why he must give you that husband or that wife or that finance. Don't be too in a hurry to get it by yourself, because if God is not in it, sorrow is possible. You can't take away sorrow from it, but if God is in it, there will not be any sorrow in it. So the youth out there, our mom, our dad, children, hold on to God in this last day. God is the real business now, not the world. The era of the world is over. They were not able to get the children of God. So it's high time God comes into play. So please, the only way we can do 2024 is to know God well.
Wow. Knowing God well is the only way in this 2024. Very, very important. I also want to say sorry I couldn't pick calls because of our time, and your messages, forgive me. God willing, next week I'm going to read it. I have a bunch of it. I'm going to read it for you, God willing. I want to say thank you, Uche, for coming through.
Thank you, Khadi.
I know there's something coming next month, so definitely I'll have you back again.
Yes.
And thank you very much, Honorable. Honorable will also be blessing us by God's grace. Thank you so much for coming. Yes. And I also want to say thanks to the production team, Fifi, and then Ofori and Ima and all the team. The other gentleman in the blue, he's also doing excellently well. Thank you so much for bringing us this far. Our executive producer is the set man himself, Prophet Nakwa Isaac. Thank you so much, Papa, and God bless you. We'll see you, God willing, next week right here in this house. Please don't go anywhere. We have another program coming next. Stay tuned.